I'm Giovanni, and only at 17 years old, I created an agency that scaled up in only 40 days. And in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly how I did this. I will not be gatekeeping anything because I know that my service is so good that no one can copy me. And because of that, I feel free to just let you guys know on all the strategies and techniques I used and skill sets to make this possible. Now, you might be asking, Giovanni, what on earth your agency does or what did you build? So what I built was an American-based VA agency, which never existed before. This is the first time something like this existed. So this also differentiated between my competitors. And on top of the fact that I don't even have that much competitors. So let me start with the first thing that allowed this agency to become successful. The first thing is speed. Speed is very important. Money loves speed. And because money loves speed, you have to have speed in everything you do. As an entrepreneur, you gotta be quick. You gotta be fast. So let me emphasize on this really quickly. I launched this agency on July 14th on a Friday. On a Monday, I got my first client. On a Wednesday, I got my second client. On that same week, on a Friday, I got my third client. So in only a week, I created an agency with already over 1,000 MRR, the money already incoming, paid. And this agency continued to grow at a very rapid pace because of speed. Now you may be asking, well, how did I get this speed so quickly? How did I build something from scratch and already have my first 2 clients in 3 days? Well, that was through positioning. Through positioning, I was allowed to do this. You have to understand, in the past 3 years, I've been in the e-commerce industry. I've scaled brands from 0 to 6 figures. I've created a lot of friends. I've created a lot of business friends. I network with many people. I exchange value with many people. And this allowed this agency to have a lot more success because I was positioned in a situation where if I launched something, I already had the connections to do this. There's 3 things you need in order to become successful, which I also applied in the creation of my agency. Number 1, you have to be the best at what you do. Number 2, you have to be irreplaceable. Number 3, what you do has to be in high demand. If you secure those 3 things, there's a very, very high chance that you will become successful. Why? Because you're making it impossible to lose. If it's impossible to lose, then how on earth will you not win? You're guaranteed to win if you secure especially those 3 things. The way I secured being the best at what we do is by making our service extremely great. You know, we offer an American-based VA at the same cost as a Filipino. People only outsource to go cheaper. So if we're not cheaper and we're better and we're more reliable and we're more trustworthy, how on earth aren't we the best? And another reason we're the best in this industry is because I know exactly what my clients are dealing with because I was a client. I had to deal with this on my own in the past. So in this way, my agency was the best. Now I also want to talk about high demand. VA services are in high demand. Anybody who has sales online needs a VA unless they themselves are going to be answering the customer support or they're going to deal with low ROI activities. People need VAs to do low ROI activities so the entrepreneur can do the high ROI activities that can't be outsourced. So basically, anybody who has a brand needs my service. So the demand for this is crazy. So I also have high demand secured. On top of the fact that timing was right. Q4 is literally in a month. Literally anyone that is scaling up needs this service. And most people are going to be scaled up in Q4, holiday season. We're talking about from start to zero. Thanksgiving, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, Christmas, Halloween. There's so many things going on during these 3 months of Q4, and people start setting up their back end by now for Q4. So the timing is also right. And what I built is also irreplaceable. Yes, my clients can go with anyone else, but they will realize there really isn't nowhere else to go. They have to figure out themselves with a freelancer. They have to go with another agency that is 7 times more expensive. They have to choose their options. So I consider what I built irreplaceable. And I also want to talk about the value in execution. So why am I talking about ideas and executions and all of this? Well, I had an idea in my mind about a service that provides value for other people, which I can offer through my 3 years of business experience in e-commerce, which I can do. So I realized all I have to do, pay someone to build the website. All I had to do was create a team. I had someone to make the website. I have someone to be the VAs. I have someone that made the software. I have the teams already built. And once I connected these people, the execution was actually pretty quick. And another key point that I want to talk about, which allowed my agency to become super successful in only 40 days, is organic growth. I didn't pay ads. I didn't pay a single cent on advertising in order to gain my clients. You can go from word of mouth, you can go from cold outreach, warm outreach. Another thing I realized is the importance of making the pie bigger. There's no reason to do all the work yourself just to make more money from a smaller pie, from a smaller group. You could divide the work, divide and conquer for multiple people. You grow the pie and you can make more money that way. I also realized I can make a lot of money with affiliate. I built an ecosystem, as well as my agency, an ecosystem of teams alongside. If one of my clients needs somebody for email marketing, or it could be for a supplier, I have a team for that. So that's another way that this agency can make more money on top of the money. If you forget everything I just said in this video, all I want you to remember is you need 3 things in order to become successful. Be the best at what you do, be irreplaceable, and be in high demand. Secure those 3 things and apply those, because information which you don't apply is just entertainment. And if you're this far in the video, you should subscribe, honestly, because I'm going to start posting more. I'm going to start trying to provide value for everybody on the internet. And if you would like to contact me, I have all the links in my description. See you guys.